Well, I want to start out just by thanking the whole Cal community. There was an unbelievable student section out here tonight. Huge numbers of fans. It was awesome to see. Thank you to the community that's just coming out more and more to games. It makes a huge difference. It helps our home court, and it really makes a great atmosphere. I want to thank my family for being here. I've got my son and my daughter back there. Thank you guys for being here. It's great to have you guys here. So I want to thank you guys. Let's talk about the game. Can't give enough credit to Washington State. They have one of the best defenses in the conference. They shift between man and zone to make it very difficult. They play a great 2-3 zone. It kind of really gave us problems in the second half. We got a little bit more aggressive against it, and we tried to find a couple of seams in there, but their defense is top-notch, and they have a great coach in Coach Smith. And, you can't say enough good about their team. Miles Rice, we talked about him before the game. We talked about the toughness. Hey, you talk about toughness in a lot of ways. He battled cancer, and now he's playing at an incredibly high level. And so it was a good game. Our guys executed down the stretch, and it was great to see.
Mark, before we get on to other things, at the end of regulation, you guys had a chance to foul or let them shoot the three. He makes the three, you go to overtime. What was your thinking on that?
Yeah, so some teams and coaches have a definitive stance. If it's X, Y, or Z, we're always fouling or we're always not fouling. A lot of coaches in college basketball are split on it. I've been on both sides of it. But in that particular case, we just said, hey, if you feel like you have a clean chance to foul with the opponent going away from the basket, do it and be decisive. If not, play it straight up. And we leave that discretion to our players. And I trust our players completely with what happened. Again, Miles made a phenomenal shot. And luckily we were able to, our guys did a great job in overtime.
How were you able to shake off the disappointment of another buzzer beater and turn it around and have a real solid OT?
It's hard, but that's what competition is. That's what competition is. You go through rough patches, you go through great patches, and you have to just try to be consistent, always working, always fighting, because I'll go back to Tex Winter, Phil Jackson's right-hand coach, who always says, hey, in basketball, everything can turn on a trifle. What you can never do is let off the gas pedal, because if you let off the gas pedal, then there's no chance things are going to turn.
You mentioned the WSU defense. It was really tough in the second half. You guys had struggled to get off good shots. What was different in OT?
No, their defense, their man and their zone is phenomenal. In their zone, they've got tremendous length. They've got Big Ruben down there off the bench as a shot blocker. I don't know how many blocks he had, but he had several. And so they can kind of tie up the rim area and really guard the three, and they try to force you into long twos, and they do a good job of it. We got some long twos. We missed a few, and so then we had to adjust from there and try to find other ways.
Some tough offensive rebounds in that opening possession too. For you guys to kick the ball out to Jalen to get that first three.
No question. Yeah, no question. I thought Jalen Celestine's three to open overtime was a huge play, but he's been doing that all year. Jalen Celestine's a great player. He seems to come up with loose balls when it's important. He gets rebounds in traffic. He knocks down free throws, and he was absolutely fantastic tonight. And he's still rediscovering his game. He's playing phenomenally. And I say rediscover in the sense that he's been out for a little while. He's gotten totally healthy, but he hadn't played for a little while. And so his game is only going to continue to expand and grow, just like every member of our team.
Talk about what you're continuing to get from Jalen Tyson almost every single night.
Yeah. Well, look, Jalen Tyson, you can't say enough about him as a player and a person. Jalen Tyson, he's a leader. He's a guy who makes huge plays. He's 6'7". He can play. He can handle the ball. He's a great passer, and he's one of the best rebounders in the conference. And there's a reason why he's able to impact winning so much.
Jalen's a very confident player. Do you often see a mix of guys that are that confident, that are that much of a team player at the same time?
I think that's one of the things that really stood out to me about Jalen Tyson over the summer, because here he has this amazing ability to score the basketball, and yet we looked at the stats over the summer, and he was leading the team in assists. And that actually was not the case at Texas Tech, mainly because he didn't have the ball in his hands as much. But when we saw that, we said, okay, we have a special and unique player here. And so Jalen has, I mean, he's always in the office studying film. He's always working with the coaches. He's always trying to get better. And that's a sign of a great young player, someone that has a huge desire to be great and someone that works at it. You know, I was proud of Fardaz Amak. He came out there, he dominated the paint. He dominated the paint against big bodies, against physical guys. Das made huge plays. Keontae's steal in overtime, where he went in and dunked it. I mean, I could go through every single player on the team and how they impacted winning.
In the first half, you guys had 10 assists and just 1 turnover, and the ball was really moving, a lot of off-ball screens.
Yeah.
What was it like to see your guys be that locked in and playing team ball?
No, it was great to see. It was great to see. You know, there's been a couple of games this year where we've had a flat start to the game, and that's ultimately on me as the head coach. And so when we have a flat start, I mean, we go back with the staff and we say, okay, what are we doing? Why are we having a couple flat starts? And we look at everything from nutrition to how hard we're working the guys different days. And I was proud of our guys. They came out with great energy tonight, and that helped us be in a position to win late.
Just speaking of energy, that moment was so cool with you and fans at the end in the student section.
Well, Haas Pavilion is such a special venue. I mean, number one, it's an absolutely beautiful place. It's right next to a BART station. And I'm telling you, more and more fans and supporters and students are coming out. This is a gathering place. This is a place where friends can see each other. It's a place where students can make new friends and meet new people, where alumni can come and reconnect with old friends. And so this is it's an honor to be here and to be part of this great community.
Mark, your next game is against a school you're kind of familiar with.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what it's going to feel like to play against Stanford?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, up until the night before, it's just like any other opponent, you know, but the night before, of course, there's going to be some emotion for me. But obviously, close friendship and relationship with Coach Haas over there. Great respect for the entire school, the athletic department. But again, for that 24-hour period, this is competition. This is competition. They're having a strong year. You know, they've had a couple injuries. We've had a couple injuries, but it's going to be an absolute great basketball game. You know, I'm hearing that it's getting hard to get a ticket, which is a great sign because it means that there's going to be great support.
Mark, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks.